Welcome everyone, Beans Brigade here with another Clash recap for you guys. This time it's Summernvrcame, part of the Forged by the Bay family, including Infinite Glory, Forged from Steel, Clantanimo Bay, and Insomniacs, versus Dark Looter Z in a 45 vs 45 arranged war. The breakdown was 1, 7, 20, 17, and Summernvrcame posted 14 10 vs 10s and 3 11 vs 11s, but just narrowly lost on percentage. Still plenty of good attacks to show. The recently added siege machines were really showing their destructive power, so let's get right on into it. Start out Lazy Smurf here with a Queen Walk into a 2 P.E.K.K.A. and Bowler Kill Squad. Very unique attack here. As you see, starting out clearing the 3 o'clock side using a Baby Dragon. Started the Queen there at about 3:30. Is going to walk from 3:30 down to 4. Entry will be right there on the cannon next to the air defense. Here come the 2 P.E.K.K.A.s along with a few wizards to help clear that side of the funnel. 6 o'clock is completely cleared, gets all the bowlers in there except for one really hard-headed bowler who wanted to walk around. Has everything else in there though. The 2 P.E.K.K.A.s are still going strong along with the BK bowlers. Just doing really good work in there, just killing everything. Gutted the entire base basically. And what's left is just about 8 defenses for a pretty light Lalo. So the Hound is just going to stay right in front of those 2 loons that he dropped at 3. Going to come in, the loons are taking out the Wiz Tower right now. And just going to slowly move around as the Queen takes care of what's in front of her. 1 Hound along with the rest of the loons now. And is just going to use that haste to try and get the loons to clear what they can. Since the Hound's gone, they don't have the tanking anymore. But it doesn't really matter. The base is just overpowered now with the Queen and pups that are left. And that's that. Very nice hit. Next up we have Chief Redback here. Chief Redback, sorry, with a 5 Golem Avalanche. Now this is a unique attack I haven't seen for many metas. Many updates ago you used to see this, but not really anymore. So the idea is, you're just using your golem tanking everywhere possible. He starts out with 3 golems down just to get good tanking for his Wiz. Got the Queen up there at 9 o'clock and is actually going to let the Queen walk since there's so little point defense on that side. That will really do damage to her. Now has 2 hogs as well. Here comes another golem from one side to help cover for the Queen. The CC was just pulled. Queen should be able to take care of that just fine though. And literally just letting the golems that are still alive power through. Only needed 1 rage on entry, but has 3 jumps. Has a Skelly spell left to use where needed. Still golems left standing on the outside and in the middle of the base. And just kind of sprinkles in those hogs where needed to take down any pesky defenses that didn't go down. Queen is still up and doing her thing. Almost all of the golems are still alive. I think 1 of the golems popped maybe, or 2. But I see 3 unpopped ones right now. And that's that. Just completely overpowered the base. Really good idea. I never would have thought of something like that. And next up we have Forged from Steel Kid here, coming at this with a Skelly Donut and somewhat of a Suey approach as well. The Skelly Donut is only going for the Queen and 1 defense there. Really only the Queen I think, but the defense actually helps pathing some. The defense being the Expo. And it's going to Suey the heroes now at about 10 o'clock. Along with some wall breakers there and a giant, and he's going to use the loons to pull the CC. Here comes the wall break. Wall break is in. The Suey will get 2 ADs. It's just about to pop a BK ability now. There's BK ability. BK gets through that wall pretty easily. Gets the second AD now. Now Queen gets stuck on Hound, but that's alright. Probably going to lose her. Now what's left of the base is a really nice lalopathing from about 8 o'clock there all around the bottom. Just going to go counterclockwise, haste in on the entry, and that's about all they need. Just haste all the way. Still a hound left. One haste here to make sure that those last two ADs go down, and gets a really nice split there. Make sure that the whiz tower goes down, and that's it. Really nice hit there by Forged from Steel Kid. Next up is General, coming at this space with a Queen Walk Goboho. Now I really like how he set up this entry here. If you look at the funnel, starting out with the loon there at 3 ahead of the baby dragon to make sure that he didn't get sniped by a black mine. Baby dragon is down and now has a hog helping out to make sure that those defenses are down pretty timely. Really good use of the hog and baby dragon. Now the queen has nowhere to go except for down, and is actually using a nice golem and whiz combo at 6 to get that funnel set. It's set really nice for the bowlers to go in. There's really nowhere else for them to go except for straight into that jump. Kill squad is just doing its thing. Queen is locked on to the hound, but that's okay. There are a few whiz there to help her under rage now, so that hound should not last very long. Bowlers are just doing their thing still as well. Getting great value. Skipping rocks all over everything. Still has a golem left as well in there. And what's left of this base is literally just a few defenses there on the outside at 9 and about 10 to 12 o'clock. Here come the whiz slowly coming in there. Needs one heal for that area right there where the two whiz are. But the queen is still going strong doing her thing. The whiz are still helping out. You see 4 whiz just popped out over there at 9. Cleared that outer cannon that was on the queen. She did go down, but not before doing a lot of work. And the hogs just overpower what's left. Very nice hit there by General. Next up we have Forged from Steel Kid here with another hit. This one is a TDH, and I felt the need to highlight this because it was just a very nice queen charge. Targeted a very unique section that I probably never would have tried myself, just because it's a very tough break. So he is going to come at this space, as you see, starting to use the BK along with the queen there to clear that town hall and all the trash early. So the queen now is walking from 4 down, and basically he's walking her right into that little lane and is going to attempt to break into where that archer tower cannon compartment is. So here come the wall breakers. 1, 2 on the compartment, just missing the break there. One more wall breaker will get it. Try to get one, didn't target quite where they wanted. There we go. Rage down, and that compartment is wide open, giving access to the sweeper, the queen, and the 3rd air defense. If you look, the pathing is very nice once the queen clears those things for Ilalo. Queen goes in, right there, goes for the sweeper, knocks the sweeper out, and uses the queen ability a little tiny bit early because she still hasn't drawn the enemy queen yet. But that's okay, because it still has a rage. If you see, she still hasn't targeted the queen yet. She's smacking a wall. But the rage actually helped her, made sure she gets through it. Look how close she is right there. So close. Finally breaks through, and under rage, just barely still under rage, is able to turn and take out the enemy queen. Very nice. Here comes the Lalo. Hasted entry in there at 3, 2, and 11. And the loons are just putting in work. The hound is still completely full HP, basically pops there at the end because of a SAM. Last defense is an air defense, and that's all she wrote. Very nice TDH there by Forged from Steel Kid. Next up we have Punisher on this base with a CB Gobolalo. Haven't seen one of these in a while, but this is a very nice entry. Uses some pre-funneled wizards there at 2 o'clock and 10 to start the funnel out really nice. Gets one golem down so that the Wiz can help out there now at 10 a little more with the funnel. Has a really nice entry forming here at 12. Uses one jump down. Heroes, bowlers, and a few Wiz get in there. Onto Rage, has poison down. And what I really like about this entry is that jump just touches that L compartment. The L compartment gives very unique access to the rest of the base. Basically gave access to both sweepers, 3 air defenses, and multiple other defenses. So if you look now, beautiful allopathing coming from 9 o'clock down to 6. Just needs 1 or 2 hastes in there. Clears the entire 9 to 6 side of the base. Only need 1 haste actually. And ends up swagging the rest of these spells. Wow. Very nice hit there by Punisher. Next up, we will be starting the 10 vs 10s with Envy, who is going to come at this base with a CB Goboho entry. And now that the Siege Machine is here, we're going to have to kind of work on what these new names are. So I'm going to call this a CB Siege Goboho entry. Because he's using a Gobo, he's using a Golem and a CB style entry, and the Siege Machine is basically right on top of that Golem. So it still is a CB in my opinion. Sets up the funnel really well here, uses the bowlers actually to help get a good skip to set that funnel, and gets everything right in there. Look at the value of this Siege Machine. It goes all the way in there, breaks literally halfway through the base before it even pops. Completely open the base wide open, and they're really, you have all these hogs left for the base. The Queen's walking back outside to clear what's left over there, while the Golem is still in the middle tanking, sends in the hogs down here from 7. They're coming in, and normally I would heal right there on entry, but he does a good job of holding that heal right there. Boom. Didn't need it there, so comes up and is able to tank that first Wiz tower, and is basically just able to blanket the hogs for the rest of the way after that. Very nice hit there. Huge value on that entry. Next up we have Princebrand here, coming at this base with a Solo Siege Giho entry. That's what we'll call it. Giants in the Siege Machine, and isn't using any Golem or anything, which I really like about this. We'll just use a few Giants to help tank, along with some Wizards behind to set the funnel, as well as some bowlers. So 12 o'clock's been set really well with a Baby Dragon. And if you look at the way that the Siege entry is coming, it's going to open up that path just on the edge, and that compartment gives really nice access to the Queen and the CC, and it's also going to open up the IT compartment. So here we go. Queen actually looks like she's going to walk. She uses 2 hogs to keep her in, and Queen doesn't go anywhere. She probably still would have come back anyways, but still, it's good to make sure. Gets the Queen CC, enemy Queen CC, and the other IT down. Now here come the hogs from 230 coming around, and sent them in at a really good time because they're basically tanking for the Queen. Coming in, no heal yet. Here comes the first heal, which was really well placed. Hogs are all getting healed up. Had a poison down to stop those skellies from nagging them. Queen is breaking out of her compartment now and will rejoin them in a second. There's the second heal, keeping them all alive, and Queen's just going to come up, help them out, help clear out some of this extra trash on their way. There's the last heal with all those skellies on them. Keeps the hogs nice and high HP, and that's it for the rest of the base. Very nice hit there by Princebrand Ferox. Next up is Sardar Nav here with a Solo Siege entry with a Max Golem to back in Lalo. I really like what he did here. Used the haste and a few loons to start out to knock out this Archer Tower, pull the CC, basically using that archer tower as one side of the funnel. Gets a baby dragon there, so it's completely clear to set that side. The siege machine is taking on the CC, keeping them distracted. And if you see, the siege machine actually just opened this 9 o'clock or the 3 o'clock compartment wide up, so that both archer or both air defenses can be reached, and not only that, but all of the defenses nearby. And then it's just going to keep going right down towards the queen compartment, and a max golem will pop out, which will also tank for the heroes. Now these are going to come down, and they are going to take out the other queen, the enemy queen. Now here come the hounds coming from, they are coming from 2 o'clock with 3 hastes and a freeze on entry, along with the rage there, just to push them through faster. Wow, look at the size of that loon pack coming through. Just takes out every high HP defense in there really fast. Still has a haste and heal left for the rest of the base. Or sorry, 2 hastes. 1 haste was used up there at 9 o'clock. And 1 haste and 1 heal left. Needs to use them carefully. There's the haste and there's the heal. Boom, very nice. Very, very nice timing on that. Got it down, and the rest of the base easily falls. Very nice hit there by Sardarnov. Next up is Zishan here, coming at this with a single golem siege entry. So CB Goboho, I guess we could call it, with a Valk. Valk's in the siege. Now is going to use the 1 golem to help set the 6 o'clock funnel. The 1 golem, baby dragon, and the whiz. If you look, they're setting 6 o'clock really well. The queen is being suicided at 9, which I really liked, because there really isn't much point defense there, or sorry, any defenses there. There's the 2 whiz towers, which aren't going to do much to her. The siege entry is coming in now, opening up a really, really nice, well, just basically opening up that entire side of the base. The Valks and CC pop out, easily get the queen, easily get that IT nearby. The queen up at 9 has just popped her ability to keep her going, clears that 1 defense up there, so she's good to go. The kill squad is still doing its thing. Hogs are going to come in right now from 10 o'clock to tank ahead of the queen, from 10 around to 1. Just going to slowly send them in. Queen is backing them up. 1 heal on entry there. Sends in a few more hogs at 4. Here they come. Basically a surgical hog strike. Here comes a few more from 5. And just completely overwhelms this base with that kill squad and the hogs. Very, very nice hit there, Zishan. Next up is at TH9FC, coming at this base with, I'm going to call this a Siege Vaho. So what he's doing here to start out is a Sui Queen at 10 to set that side of the funnel. Gets a few point defenses down with that. Starting out with a few Valks, some Whiz, and a Bowler here at 8 to set this side. And here we go. Here comes the Siege coming in now, along with the BK. And now this is just a surgical strike. What a great idea this was. Coming at this, the Siege is going to come in now. And the Siege opens up that compartment next to the Queen, which gives access to, for the BK, 4 Valks and a Rage spell, which gets all of that down. Now they're gonna redirect right for the core compartment, clear all of the stuff in the core out, and it creates perfect pathing for the hogs. Comes in now with 4 heals and the rest of those hogs, and is just able to completely blanket his hogs the entire way and keep them going. There is a back end Tesla farm, but it's alright with that last heal. Ends up being able to power through, knock out the last of those skellies, and is able to clear what's left. Very nice entry there at TH9FC. I love the Valks in the Siege machine. Next up is going to be camps with a CB Siege Goho, is what I will call this. Or could actually just call this a Siege Mass Hog, is what we'll call it. We'll call it a Siege Mass Hog. So it's coming at this with a nice, unique 6 o'clock approach using some pre-wizards there at 5 and 7, and is going to come straight at this base from 6 o'clock. The siege is going to path straight through the base all the way up towards 12. The heroes are going to be right behind, and is going to use 1 rage on the heroes, and, well, the kill squad, I guess I would say, to just make sure everything there goes down. Oh no, there's no rage. Apologize, that was the BK ability. So all spells will be devoted to the hog portion. This is literally just using the heroes, a few whiz, their ability, and then the siege machine. And does a really good job here of getting the CC heroes, and then we'll also get both ITs down now with the Queen's ability. And then literally just sending in 40 hogs from around the base, 5 heals to blanket in there, and just send the hogs all the way through. Nothing can touch these guys. Another heal there coming at 12 as he sends more hogs in. And just completely overwhelming the base. What a great idea. So many uses for the siege machine. It's a golem on its own. It's literally giving you an extra golem to use wherever you need to that has the power of 10 wall breakers. It's insane. Next up is Camps with another hit. He's actually going to come at this with a Shattered entry to start, but a similar style attack where he's going to send the siege machine from one side of the base to the other in a symmetrical way. You see he's already got his funnel set up, or partially set up, using his 2 golems and 2 baby dragons behind, along with a few whiz. Siege machine's coming down, and it's going to open up a path right there at 12 o'clock. Rage down. Heal down, or poison down, sorry. Now, if you watch this right now, the siege machine's on the CC. 1, it hits the queen. 2, queen. The siege machine just took the queen down by itself, which I did not know was a thing. So that's something good to know. If the queen's close enough, it will damage her. It looks like just how the loons do. So it gets huge value from that. The king looks like he's about to go down. He took IT fire, but he steps out of range. Still has some golemites up, still has a BK up, still has queen up who just used her ability, and just got huge value out of that kill squad. Look at the hog pathing now. Queen comes back and actually helps out clearing a few defenses. Well, sorry, helps out putting some damage on the IT, and then literally 3 heals, and that hog pack is all he needs to get through the rest of this base. Comes the last heal right now. What a nice hit there by Camps, and great to know that the siege machine can actually kill a queen. That's some good info that Supercell neglected to tell us. Now this next hit is probably my favorite on the recap, just because it uses one of my favorite hits. This is Sardar Nov coming at this with a Queen Walk Miner hit. I'm not going to call it a Mass Miner, because obviously it's got a Queen Walk on it. People love saying Mass Miner. This is a Queen Walk Miner. It starts out with really good value on these 2 bowlers here. It's going to skip and get 4 storages total from just those 2 bowlers. It is also using a bowler there at about 5 o'clock to get some free buildings down. Queen actually looks like she's walking towards 3, which he does not want. Gets that town hall down, gets the arch tower, and backtracks all the way back towards the other side, which is exactly where he wants her to go. So coming around now, he's got 1 more rage for the Queen Walk and 2 heals for the minor portion, along with a freeze. If you watch, he's going to use his BK really ingeniously here to help tank for the minor pack, and also help clear some of that outside trash that they can get held up on. Here come the heavy miners. Well, the CC miners are going on the IT, which is going to take that out. The heavy miners are going to come in from more to 3 o'clock on that lane. The heal and the freeze to make sure that the CC miners stay up and also get the enemy AQ down. Now, no heal for the miners on the 3 o'clock flank, but they don't need it. 1 more heal keeps all of them, along with his CC, One's alive and close to full HP. Look at that full miner pack still in the core of the base that has a bunch of CC miners and a few others in it. Queen's still going strong. And just a really, really nice play in there using some miners. It's definitely a different meta where you can't send them like a full miner anymore. You can't do mass miners. But if you can use them well with a kill squad or a queen walk or something of that sort, they still have lots of value, people. Really good job, Sardar. Next up, we have Kyksa Byksa coming at this with a CB style siege entry as well. Starting out with the funnel here, Baby Dragon at 2 o'clock, Baby Dragon at 12. Just clearing a few of the extra buildings there. Golem down with Queen behind, helping to clear that. Here comes the wall breakers. Opens that compartment right there, so the heroes now have access to the Queen. And I believe that compartment also barely touches the CC. Here comes the BK coming down the one side. Using the Queen now. The CC was just pulled. At least the balloon was, I believe, by one of the golems. Hound just got pulled by the Queen. The loon is done. The Hound will be pulled on the Queen. Is using the siege machine really ingeniously here to tank ahead of the hogs. And has hogs in the CC. So there we go, siege machines popped, 6 max hogs come out, and it's just a lot of hogs coming at this base. Really only needs to heal the 6 o'clock section because his hogs are all pathing towards there anyways. Spreads out the 2 heals there, which helps out the hog path ahead. Hog pathing ahead, you know, they keep benefiting from that heal, the second one they dropped, or the third. He or she, sorry. And then last heal right there covers the last few defenses, and just look how many hogs are left. BK still going, didn't even need the BK ability. Very nice hit there by Kyksa Byksa. Now we have the 11 vs 11 starting out. This is going to be BRG coming at this base with a pretty unique attack here. Starts out with the Wiz up there at 12, but is actually going to start with a Queen Walk from 7 o'clock here. The Baby Dragon is there at 8 to help set the funnel. And move down, there we go. Queen starting to walk. She's doing her thing. Walking towards that, if you see, it's actually set up really well to just get her towards 6 o'clock. There's not a lot there. The IT is out of range. That's not going to touch her. Needs 1 rage to get her through this part. A little bit faster. Now she's going to walk up there towards 4. Has the witches and bowlers started at 3 now with 1 healer behind them just to keep them up. They're going to go and start setting up the flank there. Siege machine down along with a good amount of bowlers behind. Now that funnel's set really well. Everything's moving in to where the siege machine broke into. Siege machine is about to break into the IT compartment, which it does right there. That whole side of the base is open now. Here comes a jump spell right over the CC. If you see the flank from 3 to 12 is going really strong. Bowlers in the core are just all under rage, putting in work. Here comes the kill squad still moving. They're going to flood towards the 12 o'clock compartment first, along with that flank strengthening in them. Used all spells now. And bowlers are still getting lots of value from that. Lots of defenses on the outsides being cleared. Queen breaks out towards 12, speed it up a little bit just to get through this, and that's about the rest of the base. So many skellies, and the healers and bowlers, and just so much left. Just it can't be stopped. Very nice hit there by BRG. Next up we have Sebix with his first of 2 in an 11 vs 11 triple. Or, sorry, 11 vs 11 6-pack. Very nice job. Gonna come at this base with a CB Gobolalo. Starting out with a bowler there. Looks like just missed the bowler skip. 1 golem down, along with the siege machine. The siege machine is gonna go right for the town hall, obviously, so it's not going too far. but it is going to open up this compartment and the one next to it, which is just enough for what he needs. All the heroes are going in. Or sorry, not all the heroes, both the heroes are going in. I guess the Grand Warden is a hero as well. Grand Warden ability popped perfectly so that the whole kill squad stays up. There's a jump down so that the entire kill squad can get farther into the base. BK goes in. Looks like he's going to knock out the EA, but I believe he comes up just short of the EA. The kill squad with Queen and Bowlers is still putting in work though. Here comes Queen now, and the Lalo is starting from 7. A few hastes on entry for the Loons to get those initial defenses down. IT goes down, and plenty of spells left for this base. 2 more hastes dropped right there, and still a rage and a heal left for the very last part of this base, that 12 o'clock section, and it's all so grouped. Gets great value out of those 2 spells on top of each other. Very nice Lalo there by Sevix. Next up, we have Sebix with his second attack here. Now, this attack I liked a lot because it's the first time I've watched a air siege machine used. I believe it's called the air blimp or the air bomber. But it's going to start out with a Queen charge here, starting from 12, and just breaking into this air defense and cannon compartment right here. Idea is to get in there to try and get the IT down along with the Queen. Just use the Grand Warden ability there to keep the Queen alive while she was under IT fire. Now is going to go for the second break. Very ballsy. Ends up actually getting the corner here. For some reason the wall breakers targeted that. Not really sure why. But it's okay. The walls were broken to a way that she only needs to hit it once and she'll break through. So she's still moving, she's still doing her thing, and this actually kind of works out for the best because what she's going to do is walk down this path, walk right down it, pull the CC, kill the CC. As you see, she's still moving. BK is coming out just to kind of help clear all this, to Kiwi walk, just to help clear everything that they can over there. CC just got pulled, Rage and Poison are down. Queen is dealing with all that right now, and if you see, she's going to walk up and she's going to take out the EA on her own after she deals with that CC. So after that, there won't be much to deal with. Here comes the start of the Lalo with 1 hound, and then here comes the siege machine. It's just dropping bombs as it goes, and it's putting damage on all the defenses that go near it. And pops it early to get that hound out there. Max hound coming out, and I have it in fast speed, but that entire side of the base was just wrecked by that amount of loons and the hounds. There was just nothing left of that. Very nice hit there by Sevix. I love the use of the siege machine on the Lalo entry. It really softens up those defenses for the balloons. Well, that about does it for this one, guys. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed the content you just saw, and consider subscribing to the channel for more Clash content as well. I'll be doing a giveaway soon on Twitch to celebrate my 500th follower. Please consider coming and checking out the channel as well. I'll post the link in the description. You get more add-ons if you follow my other social media forms. Thank you guys for coming out and checking out the channel. And until next time, Beans Brigade out.